the victory the other night, I know the players and you were all really happy. And does it? Do you think it gave you a lift at a time when you really needed it?
Well, I hope so. We needed it from a confidence standpoint. I think confidence and belief is so important, and especially when you're struggling. Our guys needed some things to go well. They had worked extremely hard in practice. They really had prepared to win since we'd gotten back from Christmas, and so I was happy to see them have some success out there on the floor, and to really be bought into the defensive end and the defensive glass. The toughness that we played with at that end of the floor, I thought was really critical to our success on Saturday.
Starting Breon, was that to match up, or is that something that you anticipate continuing to do as you go forward?
It was a combination of a lot of things. You know, Breon, he was struggling in December with his health. Back was bothering him. Wasn't able to move as well. I think the Christmas break was really good for him. Came back, really looked a lot more athletic. His back was healed up, feeling a lot more comfortable, and he had earned it in practice. And then I thought also it was a good time to do it with the stretch we had coming up. You know, Tennessee Tech also plays two traditional bigs up front, so it made sense to go ahead and make that move heading into Morehead State.
Is that kind of what you've been waiting to see from him as far as, he's probably not going to get you a lot of points, but, he had one foul, he had a couple
Sure.
blocks, a bunch of rebounds. Is that what you've been kind of waiting for him to do to fill that role a little bit?
Yeah, it's critical for us for many reasons. Number one, it really alleviates some of the defensive pressure on Wayne to have to guard the other team's best big man for 40 minutes. It helps us on the defensive glass. And then for the first time this year on Saturday, we had a rim protector. We got beat on some dribble drive stuff that Morehead State's really good at. And Breon was there to clean it up and blocked three big shots for us. And just gave us a presence in the paint.
You talked about the confidence that game gave you. It seemed like during the game, guys like Seymour and Croker were shooting with a little bit more confidence. Seymour earlier in the year kind of struggled with his shot. Croker the same.
Well, I think a lot of it was just more efficient offensively. I think some of it was our decision making. We took better shots, and a lot of that was because of the attention that Wayne drew down in the paint with him scoring the ball so well. But shot selection is just critical with our team because Justin Seymour and Jeffrey Moss are proven shooters. They've done it at a high level for many years. So I believe in both of them, and I want them stepping up and taking those shots. DeMarcus, great lift off the bench to come in and knock down three for three from three. Had some great drives too, just didn't finish those plays at the rim, but I think he will moving forward.
Coach, it may seem like a silly question, but Wayne Langston led you in assists with 4. Is he going to continue to get those double looks down low and be able to kick out to open shooters?
Well, the one thing we've always talked about with Wayne, very high IQ basketball player, great court vision, and a very good feel. And he is a good passer. He gives you, I guess the terminology, maybe a point forward type guy down on the post. And every time Morehead doubled, he was very patient. He made the proper read. Jeffrey Moss, Breon on one occasion both made great cuts to the rim, and he delivered for easy layups. So we want to play through Wayne because he allows us to play inside out. And if he does get double teamed, hopefully if he continues to handle those well, it'll lead to either layups or some open perimeter shots.
Your traditional point guard, Bryce Jones, continues to produce at a high level. What have you seen out of him just even in the last couple of weeks since Christmas?
Well, I think just the transition period. I don't care if you're coming from high school, junior college, or another 4-year school. It's just you're picking up a brand new system offensively and defensively. I think he's done an outstanding job of learning what we're trying to do from an offensive standpoint, when to pick his spots to attack and create points for himself, and how to get the ball to Wayne where he needs it, and when to get it to our open shooters. I just think he's getting more and more comfortable the more experience he gets because he's a very talented player.
What's the biggest challenge Tennessee Tech presents for you?
Well, Coach Payne's done a great job with their team. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They're fun to watch. They're playing with a lot of energy. They look like they're a very unselfish basketball team, averaging 80 points a game. They've dominated games at the free throw line. They get there a lot, and they're top 15 in the country at 76%. And then they haven't been putting their opponents at the line often at all. So very explosive offense, shooting a little over 36% from three, making over 8 of them a game. And as we've talked about, that's been a weakness of ours. Probably our number one weakness at the defensive end is defending the three-point shot. So I think that'll be a critical area on Thursday night.
You've talked about a lot this year about trying to get to the free throw line more. I know, during that 5-game losing streak, you didn't get there as much as you wanted to. On Saturday, you did. Just talk about going forward. Is that going to be a huge emphasis, and especially when you're making 18 of 23?
Guys stepped up and knocked them down. I think we did a great job getting to the line. I talked about it with Ed on Saturday after the game. The points in the paint stat was a little bit misleading. They had us for just 4 in the first half, but we made 11 free throws, and a lot of that was because we did drive the ball into the painted area or played through Wayne down on the block. So we want to continue to get to the free throw line. I think any efficient offensive team is able to get there often and convert when they do get there.